What's going on, guys? Bringing you a review here today for the 5-star maxed out BRW-M18 Bravo, and should be a pretty good one. This is a pretty good weapon. Most of you guys know the story on this guy already. Doing some live commentary today. Shout out to Night Ghost. Yes, that's my excuse. Did we already get that kill? Look at that kill, man. That's insane. We should not be getting kills like that. This weapon is way overpowered and needs to be retouched a little bit, in my opinion. But, you know, whatever. It's out there for now. We'll see if anything happens. I doubt they'll go through that whole nerfing process again. They probably lost a ton of money last time around, and they probably don't want to deal with that again, so we're probably stuck with it the way it is. Although hopefully they fix the auto-aim issue or whatever it is, where you can shoot behind barriers with this gun. Like if someone's completely hidden, you can actually still hit them. It's quite disturbing. I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but anyways, we're on Shipwreck here, just running around, and this is Ranked TDM. Managed to find a game. The lobbies looked pretty dead. Had to wait, like literally waited half an hour for a game. I was just updating the wiki in the meantime. Once this video goes up, there should be some updates on the wiki. Just, you know, current events page is updated, past events page is updated. Oh, look at this guy. Look how quick this thing kills. I also added all the classic weapons to the weapons compare tool, which I forgot to do before. Man, just picking them off. I'm surprised they spawned there. Oh, there's another one. Look at how fast this thing kills. This is just a 5-star, man. This weapon is very, very powerful. It's really incredible. You heard me preach for so long about how important rate of fire is in Afterpulse. And, you know, then they go and introduce the SMR-16, and now they make the BRW, and rate of fire is like, you know, around like 1500 for each of them. And I mean, they really just negated what I said about rate of fire dominating the game. I mean, to an extent, you know, rate of fire does still dominate, and, you know, if you get caught in close quarters against a good weapon with really high rate of fire and, you know, other good stats as well, you know, you're still going to get wrecked while using a BRW or SMR. You know, they're not impossible weapons to counter, but they are very, very strong. You know, they are definitely the upgraded FAR N. If you watch my past videos, if you've been with me since day one, you know I pretty much started my Afterpulse career with a FAR N. It was the first 6-star I ever pulled. I remember pulling it to this day. I couldn't believe my eyes. Pulling a 6-star weapon from a crate just seems so crazy. Now it's just like a blase, whatever. But, you know, that was the first 6-star, so I kind of just ran with it, you know, and started using it. And, you know, if you've stuck with me for the journey, or, you know, if not, feel free to go back and watch my past videos. They're probably pretty cringy. You know, they're always cringy, but they're probably a lot worse than they are now. Not that they're even good now, but I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at least. Maybe I'm biased, but you've heard me say in past videos that if they ever made a stronger FAR N, like if certain stats were boosted, it could really, really dominate the playing field. You know, there's probably records of me saying this in the forums, and, you know, basically that's what look at how fast that killed, man. Basically that's what the BRW and SMR-16 are. You know, it's really insane. You know, just another part of the Afterpulse journey. They, you know, nerf and buff some weapons, pretend like they're balancing stuff, and then, you know, come out and release some new OP stuff just to make you chase it, make you spend your money. So I don't know, that's the situation. Look at that, 15-1, doing live commentary. I mean, literally not really even trying, to be honest. I don't know, like, not like, I don't know, it feels wrong to say that, but I mean, that's literally just the case of this gun. It's really good. Oh, come on, vet, no, veteran, dang. Let's see, I still got a lot of veteran reviews to do. We got plus 17 combat points, still got a collection of 1, 2, and 3-star veteran weapons that, I don't know, I tend to post videos on those just because they're rare and cool to see. Still got a lot of those, but they just keep coming out with new skins, new series. Oh, we found a match right away. That is awesome. Looks like some people are finally playing, or maybe it's everybody from the last match and I was the last one to join, but either way, I'll show you my loadout while we load in here. Take a look at the gun. This is a 5-star maxed. damage 6416, that's going to be higher than the SMR 16. Rate of fire 1440, I believe that's a little lower. Accuracy 1323, that's a little lower. All comparing to the SMR 16 here when I say higher or lower. Stability 1406, that's a little higher. Range is a little higher, and ammo is higher as well. However, portability is lower. You know, portability is really one of the crazy stats on the SMR at 500. I forget what this one said, but it's a little bit lower. But, you know, it doesn't really make a big difference because both of these guns are kind of camping style weapons. You know, you hear everybody complaining about it in the forums right now. Well, not everybody, but a significant portion of people, you know, that this game is turning into a camper fest, which, you know, it's kind of been from day one. Obviously, the UNK era changed that, and now that the UNK has been nerfed and we got these weapons here. Hold on. Alright, look at that, man. Like, look at that auto aim. Like, I couldn't even see that guy. It just, like, reaches around corners. Now that the UNK is nerfed and they introduced weapons like this, you know, it's really more than ever a camping era. But, you know, I truly believe that the BRW-M18 and the SMR-16 Bravo or Autumn, whatever, I don't think that they're ruining the game as much as the UNK did. You know, whatever, say what you want. You know, I didn't have a 7-star level 29, whatever it is, when I used to get above 6,000 rate of fire. You know, I didn't have that on my personal account, although I've played with it plenty of times. You know, but I do have SMR 16 Autumn at 6 stars max. I do have the BRW-M18 Bravo at 6 stars max. So, you know, call me whatever you want, just because I'm saying, you know, we don't really need to nerf the weapons that I happen to have, right? You know, it's nothing like that. You know, don't get this twisted. And, you know, everybody likes to throw words into my mouth, and apparently it's still a touchy subject with the UNK nerf, and apparently I'm just making more enemies as the days go on. There's another example of shooting through barriers. There's Rich Nath, who apparently hates me now. Shout out to you, another hater. I don't know, he always seemed like a cool guy, but I don't know. I've been hearing some things through the grapevine, but whatever, man. I'm just out here doing my thing. Thank you guys for watching and continuing to support. I do genuinely appreciate it. I still love Afterpulse. I'm not quitting the game. There's also a rumor going around that I'm quitting Afterpulse. I don't know where that is coming from. There's a 7-star UNK. Seemed to kill me, you know, more than quick enough. So, you know, shout out to all you people advocating for the UNK to be buffed again or whatever to its original stats. You know, I really don't think that's necessary, and I truly believe that it would ruin gameplay again. You know, the thing with the UNK is that you had to have an UNK. You know, I'm not saying that I can't compete against the UNK. Like, people say, like, oh, I want the UNK nerfed because I can't beat it, because Willis can't compete, because Willis sucks, whatever. Like, yeah, no, I'm not the best Afterpulse player by any means. I don't care how good I am. I just have fun playing a game. I don't get all like, ooh, look at me, I'm so elite because I'm good at a video game. I'm not that type of guy. I really don't care. I'm just out here having some fun, trying to build a business at the end of the day. You know, I got a lot of things planned for the future if things go my way and I can build something here. But people say I complain because I couldn't compete. You know, the only problem is, for the most part and for most players, you know, not all the time for me. You know, I'm not the most skilled, like I said, but I'm not bad at the game. You know, I could compete against the UNK with a far N if I play smart enough. But, you know, for most players, and myself included sometimes, you know, you really have to play with the UNK, you know, pre-nerf. You had to play with the UNK if someone else was using the UNK, right? It was really the only, you know, effective way to counter it was to use one yourself. And, you know, the BRW, SMR-16 are certainly OP, certainly could use some touch-ups. You know, I'd rather just leave them as they are for now, but I'm not against nerfing them. I'm definitely not against nerfing them. I would welcome a nerf. Yes, I do have them myself, and I would welcome a nerf, maybe you know, if any developers are watching, I'd be glad to give you some input as an experienced player. And you know, if you guys got any input, just let me know in the comments below. Maybe someone will read it. I know developers and designers for Afterpulse have watched my videos in the past, so there's a chance that they'll see it, maybe pay attention. We'll jump into another game if we can find one real quick. Give you a little longer video here today, some more gameplay. Just show how OP this thing is. Alright, looks like we filled up again. That is awesome. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you think the BRW and SMR are ruining the game. I don't, you know, they're OP. Like, OP is such a relative term. I've said this so many times. I'll give you a look at my loadout again. Just rocking the 2-piece tiger set and the Mask of Righteousness. That'll give us a little boost in accuracy. Since the accuracy is a little bit lower on the BRW, I really like wearing that mask. And we're loading in already. You know, OP is a very, very, very relative term. You know, when I call something OP, I don't mean that it should be nerfed. Like, it's not like, oh, this is OP, it needs to be nerfed. You know, I'm just saying it's OP. Like, it's a very powerful weapon, item, gun, gear piece, whatever, right? It's very, very relative. Got Rich Nap on our team this time. We got that UNK AGL combo, lovely. And you know, I don't know, what I'm getting to is that the SMR and the BRW are definitely OP, but I don't think they're ruining the game. And a lot of people would disagree with that, and that's where you guys are coming in and saying that the UNK needs to be buffed again, you know, to its original stats. And, you know, honestly, if anything were to change, I would rather nerf the BRW and the SMR rather than buff the UNK, because that's just, like, it doesn't make sense to have the most insane OP guns and then just introduce equally OP guns to counter them. That doesn't get us anywhere, right? Like, at some point you have to decrease all weapons, right? I don't know. I'm just hashing this together off the top of my head, and people are gonna take my words out of context and spread rumors about me and whatever again. But, you know, to each their own. I don't know. Those are just some of my thoughts. I don't think, overall, I guess in summary, I don't think that the BRW and the SMR are ruining the game to the point that the UNK did before it was nerfed. You know, you don't have to have an SMR or BRW to go against one. You know, you kind of did with the UNK, like I said before. And you know, I've no problem playing today with my A500s. I have no problem playing with my UNK. I have no problem playing with other weapons. You know, you've seen a couple of videos on like 4- and 5-star A500s recently. Ooh, we so close to dying. Can't quite get them. You know, no problem competing with those. You know, this game is never going to be fair. It is generally a pay-to-win game in a sense. You know, I could spend a whole video talking about, is this game pay-to-win? And, you know, by most standards, I guess you would say yes. Just for the sake of simplicity, we'll say yes. So this game is never going to be balanced, but, you know, it is fair enough. And you know, at this point in the game, anybody can compete with not, you know, I'm not just gonna say any gun, because people will be like, oh, you know, you can't compete with a 3-star far end. Like, no, of course not. But you know, there's more guns than just one. You know, and before the UNK and nerf, there was really one gun that you had to have to compete. And so, I don't know, just some thoughts. I could get into a lot more, and that's just, you know, this is just off the top of my head. I haven't planned this out or anything, so I don't know. Hopefully I didn't make too much of a fool of myself, but I mean, those are just preliminary thoughts, straight off the top of the head. No planning, no prior thought going into it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and you know, if you hate me because I, you know, support the UNK nerf, then feel free to unsubscribe. I do not care. Feel free to leave my Discord. I do not care. Feel free to unfollow me wherever. I do not care. But if you're still rocking with me, you know, I do appreciate it. Hopefully we continue to grow and have some fun here. Just you know, playing some games and turning it into a little community here. So you know, if you want to join the Discord, link in the description below. Hopefully we get more active, you know, down the line. We don't really do too much right now. Ooh, BRW-M18 versus BRW-M18. We went kill for kill. You know, I'm not trying to false advertise. I'm not like, oh, this is the best Discord group ever. You know, we don't do that much in my Discord group, but just laying down a foundation. We got a couple hundred members already without even really, you know, asking anybody to join. I haven't like posted a specific video like, hey, join my Discord. It's just, you know, from you listening to videos like this right here. So, you know, link in the description as always. There's another match, 8-3-3. Really, you know, I'm not going super try hard by any means. You know, first match was really a great example of this gun. I really, you know, that could be the whole review there. You know, the second two matches were just, you know, whatever, kind of just messing around, but looks like we got some rewards. We'll claim those, and we're going to evolve this guy here and call it a wrap on the review. Actually, I'm gonna go into training. I'm gonna do a training match. I don't know, if you don't want to watch it, skip ahead 2 minutes and 30 seconds, whatever it is, or if you do want to see it, feel free to watch it, obviously. But if you want to skip ahead, we will evolve this gun to the 6-star at the end of this video, right after this training match. Just got him. We also got boost and handgun accuracy wearing this mask. It's a great mask for training. But I just want to show you this gun in training. There was recently a forum post about, you know, SMR16. Seriously, about SMR16 versus BRW. And like I've said in past videos, I would absolutely 100% of the time, no question about it, take the SMR16, probably the Bravo as well, you know, 100% the Autumn Edition. I don't have as much experience with the Bravo, but I'm sure it's close enough to the Autumn. Obviously the Autumn is just a little bit better, but definitely 100%, no question. I would much rather farm with the SMR16 Autumn than the BRW. I mean, you see here, we're just not getting tons of headshots. You know, I don't really try for headshots in training. I just kind of let them come over time. So I guess, you know, if you're really skilled and you can somehow manipulate the game to aim better and give you more headshots, and obviously you could wear like the tactical beret, better head accuracy, that might give you more headshots, but you know, generally you're gonna get a lot more headshots with the SMR16. You know, I don't get almost any with this BRW, and that makes a huge difference in training because you get tons of rewards for headshots. That really is like, you know, 50% of your rewards each match generally come from getting headshots. So it's a lot more efficient to be farming with your SMR16 versus BRW, but BRW, I'd like to say, kills a little bit quicker in general. I wrote this in the forums. You can go read that post if you want. Just you know, it's a recent post. Ooh, aim got a little wonky there. You know, BRW generally kills a little bit. My controls won't work. What is going on? My whole screen. I don't know what just happened. That was really weird. But BRW does kill really quick for the 5th time, and you know, it just doesn't get those headshots. So as for training, definitely pick the SMR, but as for multiplayer, you know, you might want to go BRW. I'd maybe lean a little towards BRW, but you know, either gun is OP. Like I said, relative term, OP. So you shouldn't have a problem with either. If you have one, you don't necessarily have to build the other or feel compelled to. You see here, we only got 20,000 in rewards with an SMR with the same number of kills. You know, you could probably easily get 40,000. So, you know, that's double the rewards, which essentially, if you set a goal that cuts your training time in half. So it is a huge difference. Definitely farm with the SMR over the BRW. But as for multiplayer, BRW might be better. But here we go, we'll finally wrap this up. This is probably like a 20-minute video, man. Props to you guys. If you're still watching, let me know in the comments below. If you are, say Willis is the worst Afterpulse player ever. If you're still watching, I don't know, give me something. Alright, finally, it took me like 3 years to scroll through my weapons, man. This is crazy. It'd be really nice if any developers are watching, just come up with a better system for inventory management. That would be incredible, but, you know, I'm 99% sure that won't happen. But let's throw in some burners here. And there we go, got our burners in there. Looks like for the 6-star, ammo goes up to 32, range down a little bit, stability goes up a good amount, about 40 points there, 37 I guess. Accuracy down a little bit, that's a little disappointing. Rate of fire down a little bit, shouldn't really make a difference at all. And damage goes up, so that is not bad at all. There's a 6-star preview at the bottom, 39,200 to evolve into a 6-star. And there it is, our second 6-star BRW-M18 Bravo. And we can now make the 7-star, so 6-star review coming very soon, and I'll probably make the 7-star unless the newest series is released. You know, if the newest series is released, the Sal coming after this one, and there's something really good that I want to make a 7-star, I might hold on to my 6-star burners, but if not, I'll probably make the 7-star BRW, give you a review for that guy. But just to show you it here, look at this, got the BRW-M18 Bravo, 6 stars maxed, so be sure to subscribe because we will have that review coming soon. You don't want to miss it. This gun is very, very powerful. You know, hopefully I can showcase it even more in that video. You know, I think my first multiplayer match in this video showed it. The other 2 matches weren't that great, but we also have the SMR 16 Autumn at max level. You know, I'm thinking about doing a comparison video. I don't really know the best way to do it. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. You know, obviously I can just show them back to back type of thing. There's really not like a detailed analysis that we can really do, but I'd like to compare them. You'll at least see a difference in training. You know, the number of headshots that the SMR gets versus the BRW, huge difference there in training. And then for multiplayer, we'll just play a couple games with each and see how we do with each. You know, won't be the best test ever, but I'd like to compare the two and show you the 7-star preview real quick while we're at it in case you haven't seen it. I do have some pictures on the wiki, but there's a 7-star. Gets like a tiny bit of a camo. I don't know. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of the basic, kind of more realistic style of guns rather than these blinged up dragon, jade, cinnabar, whatever weapons, right? But that's just me. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit longer. I probably won't edit it as tightly, so you know, if you're still sticking around, like I said before, I genuinely appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos, and as always, I will catch you on the next video.